Alright, we're going to do an introduction to basic soloing techniques. And really the first thing we need to find out is what key the song is in. For example, if we're in an A minor key, which would be about half the rock songs out there. Once we find the key, we can start to put together basically just some scales that go with it. One of the neat things about this, and probably what I was most excited about when I started learning soloing, is once you learn a pattern, it doesn't change. For example, if we're in the key of E or of A minor and we're soloing, we're going to find A on the 6th string, which is your 5th fret, and then basically we're just going to do a basic blues pattern or a pentatonic minor. And so on your low string, the start of your scale will be the 5th fret and then the 8th fret. On your next string, your 5th string or A string, it will be the 5th fret and the 7th fret. The same pattern on your D string, same pattern on your G string, and then when we get down to the B string and the E string, they're going to be the same as our very first pattern, which will be 5th fret, 8th fret, 5th fret, 8th fret. So literally what we're looking at here is it's going to look like this. Now what's great about this is that means anytime that we've got a song and it's in A minor, any of these notes that we just played in this scale are going to work. So there's really no wrong note to play, and so at that point you can just kind of play around with it and find some melodies that you like. One of the simples is just basically an ascending, what I kind of call a triplet pattern. That's just you can do it obviously going up to. Do that a little bit slower on going up. It's going to be 8, 5, 8 on the low, and then basically each time, every 3 notes we start a note higher. So it's just 8, 5, 8. Another neat thing about solo, since we know that all of these notes in this pattern work for A minor, and we're dealing with an instrument that actually has 2 octaves on it, we now also know if we go up here to our anywhere above the 12th and match it, we're going to be right here at the 17th fret. The same exact pattern works. So, we got a song in A minor. We now know 2 actual forms or 2 patterns that we can play that can help us begin with our soloing. So what happens if we have a song, say, that is in E minor? Well, we have the exact same pattern. We just have to find where the E is on our lowest string. So obviously one of those is the open E string. So if you'll look right here, when we were doing our A minor, in our pattern, every single one of these notes was used. Everything on this 5th fret. And then literally the difference was, it's just what note came off of it. Like that, okay? So with the E, we're going to pretend we're not going to actually bar it because it's all open. It's going to be the exact same pattern. It's just going to be... I'm sorry. Another place we're going to find this form is up at the 12th fret, so an octave up. That's going to be literally, now that we know this form, just a straight pentatonic minor form, whatever key we're in, we now can play solos over it. So the first thing to do is identify the key of the song, and the second thing we're going to do is find that note on our low E string, and we have our pattern. So if we're playing a song, say that's in B minor, it sounds like this. Well, there's our B note. So if this is going in the background. Another example, we have a song, let's say that's in D minor, so that happens from time to time. We have a song that's in D minor, its music's going to sound a little bit like this. So literally, we now have a pattern form that we can play anywhere on the neck. As long as we know what key we're in, we're going to be able to successfully at least start soloing on it. Now obviously there's a lot of other scales and things that we can add into this, make it a little bit more complicated, but just for the beginning, just this 5-note, just this pentatonic minor is just a really easy way to start.